It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I'm really excited to bring you a beer from Dog's Window Brewery. Lee is a really good friend of mine. Independent review, of course, 100% independent. But Lee is quite excited because this beer, I have reviewed it before on the channel, but it has had a redesign. It's called Old Dog New Tricks. This is an Oatmeal Stout. It's 6% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Some of you might have watched the video where I went down to Bridgend, did the beers and pubs of Bridgend, and we looked at Dog's Window Brewery, and it was all like hand-built kit. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So this is his beer, this is his brewery, and he has managed to get this beer to a level where it's made the final of the stout category for the national stout winner of the UK, which is a tremendous achievement. If you've seen the video of Lee and Dog's Window Brewery, where he's literally got bits of copper pipe that he's kind of made, and it's all kind of like cistern pieces from toilets, brand new toilets, of course, not like used toilet stuff, but you know, stopcocks and bits of plumbing, and he's hand built this brewery from scratch, and it's brilliant, all kind of like built, and he spent a labour of love on this brewery, building it, and he works very hard. It's a very labour intensive brewery, a lot of cleaning involved, but he's very proud of this beer. So he dropped this beer off to me last week. He said, I know you couldn't make SEBA this year, SEBA X in Liverpool, but yeah, this is in the final, so fingers crossed. He's hoping for a gold medal in the Stouts and Porter category. So without further ado then, let's revisit this beer. It's been brewed with pale, crystal, oats, chocolate and black malt, and the hops are EKG, Fuggles and English ale yeast. Yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh yes. Nice hiss and fizz of carbonation too. Lots of different categories in SEBA. I'm not sure if it's can and bottle. I'm not sure if it's keg. I'm not sure if it's cask. I'm sure Lee'll comment in the comments box and say, you got it all wrong. Right, yeah, jet black beer in a black glass, 6% ABV. Good little bit of head retention. Like, have a look at the beer as I rock it back and forth. Look at that carbonation chasing the head of the glass. Aroma. Whoa, yeah. Roasty toasty. Biscuity and bready. Lots of that chocolate malt coming through. Smells a little bit like cacao nibs as well, but you can do that with roasted malts. You can do that with a chocolate malt. If you use chocolate malt correctly, then you can get it to be very close to cacao nibs. It's a lovely chocolatey aroma to this, like bitter dark chocolate. Lovely, let's dive in. Cheers everybody. In my muck and bullet clothes today, I've been doing a little bit of work, messing around with an RSJ. Oh, it's good. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It is so rich and creamy. It's got a fabulous mouthfeel to it. The roasted malt is really decent. I think Lee's had, this is one of his original beers. He's been brewing this for a long time now. He's a big stout and porter fan. Indeed, he was telling me, if you were to have a look on Untapped, if you were to have a look at any beer style, and like stouts and porters, imperial stout, imperial porters, that Baltic porters, that sort of thing, because people who generally like those styles of beer are buying them because they like them, they've always got a really high rating on Untapped. Like, you can be very critical of pale ale, you can be very critical of IPA, but the people who enjoy stouts and porters, they're what's the word? Not forgiving. I don't mean forgiving, but they're buying it because they love it. They're buying it because they love the beer, and yeah, that's a fun fact with Untapped. If you have a look at the stouts and porters category, they're always kind of marked highly, and I think he's fine-tuned this. He's fine-tuned, and this is the benefit. This is the benefit of sticking with a beer style, sticking with old dogs, new tricks. And every time you do a brew of this beer, you can go, maybe the last batch needed a little bit more chocolate malt, maybe it needed a bit less or a bit more oats, and you're able to do that kind of fine-tuning process over 3 or 4 years. You can do that over 3 or 4 years. And this is what I feel like he's done here, and this is why I feel like this beer's made the final. It's just so, it's almost perfect. Well, in fact, there's nothing wrong with this beer whatsoever. It's got the right amount of creaminess, richness for a 6% oatmeal stout. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. Lovely chocolatey malt coming through, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of sweetness. It's just absolutely perfect for an oatmeal stout. 6% ABV. I mean, this is the... When I spoke to Lee knocked my door last week, delivered the beers. I haven't been down to Bridgend since I did the tour. And I promised that I wanted to go back down to the Coach because it's a nice beer. It's a nice pub, but they sell fantastic beer. But equally, Lee's shop is fantastic, and I would quite happily jump on a train with a rucksack, go and have a few beers in the Coach, pop by his bottle shop near the train station there, and pick up 4 or 5 cans of this, and just enjoy, just absolutely enjoy it. That is absolutely wonderful. It really is fantastic, and I like it enough to give it, I'm going to say 10 out of 10. There's nothing... I'm one of these people. There are some reviews that go 9 out of 10, and people comment all the time, oh, why did you give it a 9? Why did you give it a 9? You've been kind of like talking about perfection and how good the beer is, and then you go and give it a 9 out of 10. Do you know, going forward, if there's not an absolute scratch wrong with the beer, then I'm just going to go all out 10 out of 10. Stone the Crows, 10 out of 10. This is a great beer. If you have the opportunity to order this beer online, I'm pretty sure Lee sends throughout the UK. That could well be an award-winning beer anytime soon. 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.